It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies in theaters, streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hey there, Jim.
Hey, Bryce.
And it's the Merman. What's going on, Merman?
I went to Arby's yesterday. You know why?
Yeah.
Because they opened one in my neighborhood.
Wow, you headed for the big hat. They actually
That's right.
opened a new Arby's?
Yes,
I thought
in my neighborhood.
I thought stuff just closed down
It's
these
like
days.
5 minutes away from me. It's not.
Especially Arby's.
It's not 20 miles like the other ones. It's 5 minutes away. I had a joygasm on the way to the movie yesterday.
Murray's going to go bankrupt. That's all I can
totally
say.
am. I eat there like 4 times a week.
He's going to eat there every day.
That's right. That's what's going on. Otherwise, my life sucks.
I feel like Arby's should be giving us some money right now.
Yeah.
They should be.
Exactly. I'll reach out to them.
They should be our new sponsor.
I'll reach out to them after.
Let me talk to them.
Yeah, there you go.
So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
Well, thanks to all been supporting us. If you love our independent podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and give us a rating on your listening platform. Or you can dare see a terrible movie, and if it played anywhere in a cinema in the world, we'll watch it. Now, let's get to raging.
And is not filmed from the stage. Because one of the top 5 movies was also a stage musical on
There you go.
screen.
We would not watch it.
I did not go to.
Although I think Bryce might have seen it, but maybe we'll find out.
I thought about it, but didn't.
What?
6, the musical.
What amazing moment?
Predict?
What amazing moment?
Predict.
Will he predict the rage or will he predict the
Mondo?
Will he tell us so what Jim and Bryce are at the
Movies.
Better watch out, kids, cause here he comes. He's coming swimming to you.
And you.
Swim, Murray, swim, Murray.
Swim, Murray, swim.
All the way to Arby's, Murray.
Swim, Murray, swim.
Swim all the way to our hearts, our little rage-filled hearts.
Well, we got a 6-pack of movies this week.
We did, almost like
which
you could
Jim
buy
actually managed to make it to all of them.
I did.
And not one was with me.
I know. How horrible is that?
I know. The one I wanted to go to, I unexpectedly actually had to work that day.
I didn't go to any of the movies with him either, although he did
usually
show
go
up
to
at one.
That's right.
One.
Yeah, he was sitting like half the cinema away from me.
That's right. I was sitting in the
Was he
mid.
ignoring them?
I was sitting in the mid-range. No, it was just I was there on a date with my wife.
Oh, you're on a date.
Yeah. And sometimes threesomes in the Globe. We've done that too many times. You know what I'm saying?
There's no room in the Globe.
Well, you guys sit where I don't sit. I only sit in a couple places in the Globe.
I always sit where you sit at the Globe.
Unless
No,
you're,
I'm
and I always
they
forget
weren't
my
sitting.
glasses.
Anyway,
that's right. Unless your better half tells you
you went
to
to that
sit somewhere
samurai
else.
thing.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, all right. Let's start with the big one, which was not the big money maker because it's still Spider-Man every goddamn week.
Yeah, don't get me started.
End of Oak Street. Ewan McGregor, Anne Hathaway, and dinosaurs. You guys like dinosaurs.
That's
Dinosaurs
true.
are awesome.
Dinosaurs killing
Especially
people.
when they eat people.
Which they ate people.
They sure ate 'em.
I guess they
did so many things in this movie.
So many things.
They did a lot of things.
I don't know. I don't think you guys would have loved it that much. Double meh.
It's probably safe, maybe.
Samurai and the Prisoners. This is actually pretty fortuitous because I'm going to be talking about something like this later on.
Samurais?
Yes.
Prisoners?
It's a Kurosawa movie.
It is.
So of course it's like double mondo because you guys love that stuff. And it's like, yeah, it's in
Japanese,
It's in
and,
Japanese.
and samurais.
And it's Kurosawa. And I'm sure a few actors you probably recognize. Not that I would. The Rivals of double mondo. I said that right. Rivals of Amziah King or whatever.
Amziah King.
Amziah King.
Matthew McConaughey. All right. It's got McConaughey, it's got Bees, and it's got Kurt Russell. And for some reason, you guys don't like him unless he's in a John Carpenter movie.
I don't like
That's
him
me.
even then.
Bryce doesn't like him at all.
So yeah, I can't see you getting this to a Mondo. Double meh.
But well, yeah, you'll find out more about that
Yeah,
later.
well, again,
It's a good guess.
Yeah. Teenage sex and death at Camp Miasma.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure. Which I saw before you guys because I was at the cuff screening.
You were.
Yeah, the guys who made, or person, whoever made that, saw the TV Glow movie, which apparently was really weird too.
It's really awesome.
I'm sure you guys probably love this. It's I don't know why I call it a slasher movie. I guess it kind of is.
It's very slasher.
I think it's more of a lesbian drama personally, but so yeah, Double Mondo. Your Letter, which apparently only Jim saw.
Only Jim saw.
It's Korean. It's animated. Mondo. And lastly, The Wrong Girls, which is the latest stoner comedy from Seth Rogen, starring our favorite stoner girl, Kristen Stewart. I almost went to this, except it was playing really late at night, and I don't do late night. Double meh. There you go.
Bet you he'd do Arby's at late night though.
I would, if there was a promise of Arby's or Mr. Sub, I would do it.
There you go.
It's the only sub place I like.
All right, well, let's talk about dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. So this movie shows us there are worse things that can happen to you other than a couple of issues with your marriage. This film...
Yeah, they kind of forgot about that.
No,
they
it
didn't.
was there all through the movie. The film has all the makings of a classic type Steven Spielberg film from 1982 or 83 or whenever Jurassic Park came out. I mean,
92.
it even takes place in 82. It takes its time both with the characters and the story, which I'm going to be honest, I wasn't taking to right away. And some of the CGI as the film goes on was not all that great, but what this film does that Steven Spielberg never did was murder a main character or show dinosaurs fucking or actually shitting soon after said dinos shit or fucked. So the suspense kind of also built slowly, but very cleverly. So by the time we reach the climax of this movie, I'm thinking to myself, this motherfucking movie is a very great spin on my favorite genre of films, and that's things that eat people. And there is a lot of people, and there's a lot of people that get ate. Even a main character, for God's sakes. Plus...
That was shocking.
It was shocking to me, too. I was like, what the fuck just happened? I looked at the screen and I'm like, this can't have happened. But it did.
It wasn't for me because Jim couldn't resist giving me a spoiler.
I gave you a little bit of a spoiler.
Yeah,
but
well, so I saw it coming.
But, okay, much as it does kind of follow that Stand By Me / Jurassic Park / Goonies type teenage film styles, at times, it's also about the importance of family and not counting on Jesus to save you, which is a great message, by the way. You got to get shit done when you're attacked by every single dinosaur species that's ever existed in whichever way that you can. By the end of this movie, I was deeply invested in this family. The story, the twist ending, I didn't see coming, but I was kind of happy that the twist ending happened. I'm not going to lie. I didn't see this movie doing what it did. And for that alone, it makes this a great movie. I like the scenes. I like the scares, the violence, the family message. And I thought, if this is what dinos eating people looks like in the new world, I'm in. This was Mondo for me. Even though it takes a while to get there, I just say be patient because it's worth the wait. Like, this took me a while to really embrace this movie because I found some of the chemistry at the beginning of the film I wasn't really feeling it as much. But once shit started to get real, this is a very slow build for me. That's all I want to say. Be patient with this movie. Let it just open up and become something that I'm glad it happened. I love this movie, Mondo. Mer. What do you think?
I really wanted to like this movie.
What?
I mean, Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway and dinosaurs
Yeah.
and the 80s. That's like 4 of my favorite
Yeah,
things.
this is the greatest movie that's ever been made
Plus,
for you.
McGregor and Hathaway have never been in a movie together.
Yep.
Okay, story time. Ewan McGregor was good friends with Sam Neill. He used to visit Sam's farm in New Zealand. They would drink and play music together and generally just get drunk. I feel that Ewan did this movie as a tribute to him. Sadly, his character is no Dr. Alan Grant. He's mostly a loser. A 50-year-old dude who lost his job and delivers pizza in his crappy Datsun.
He's doing the best he can, man.
Well,
Yeah, he got laid off.
he obviously would have had a better job. He could have found something besides
Oh,
deliver pizza.
Murray.
This is why you're upset with this movie? Because he
No,
couldn't get a
that's
better job?
not even the surface. I'm just saying. I love Ewan McGregor, but wasn't crazy about his character. He's having marital problems with his hot wife, Anne Hathaway. He has 2 annoying kids and a dog that terrorizes the neighbor.
All kids are annoying, by the way.
So are dogs,
well, these
by the
2
way.
are even especially annoying. But he's Ewan McGregor. Of course, there's my girl Anne, who I never get tired of, despite the fact she's in 5 movies this year. My problem with this film is it's too family friendly. Did Disney write the script for this film?
I hope so.
There are dinosaurs all over the place, chasing people and even eating some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see any blood in this film? I sure didn't. And what kind of dinosaurs were those? Did Spielberg own the rights to the images of the real dinosaurs, so they had to make up some new ones? Like these ones had hair on them.
Yeah, that's a common belief in science.
Anyway, I didn't recognize most of what those. One looked like a chicken. It was supposed to be a
This
rabbit. Was it supposed to be a
this
raptor?
wasn't a Jurassic Park sequel.
Well, no, but I mean, I've seen pictures of the dinosaurs like before Jurassic Park
Did you
came
go
out.
look up these chicken-like dinosaurs?
No,
'Cause
I
they
didn't.
do
Because
exist.
that's
I
exactly, yeah.
They actually
Anyway,
real.
I didn't recognize them anyway.
Okay.
I mean, did they make up some new ones? There were some alligators.
I don't think they did.
There was a
actually.
giant anaconda snake
Yeah,
thing.
it was an albino snake too.
Yeah.
Whatever. I've never.
He looks
It
so-
looked very
he looked-
penis-like.
But he looked so happy.
He did look.
It's like, what a
Till he
happy
started
snake.
stabbing
And then he
Snake's
opened
gonna
his
eat
mouth,
me?
and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
he's not a happy snake at all.
And there was just a whole bunch of turtle creatures on the road. It just.
Yeah.
The only ones I recognized were the pterodactyls. Those ones I knew.
And tearing they did from people's
Don't
flesh.
Get me wrong. I enjoyed the dinosaurs chasing people and occasionally catching them. So let's talk about time travel. WTF. You really have to suspend belief watching this movie.
Well, yeah.
There's some
It's a dinosaur
unexplained
movie.
phenomenon, possibly aliens, that
What?
transport the whole neighborhood back to the prehistoric era. Well, the guy thought it was a UFO.
It's like a wormhole.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's just a
But wait,
wormhole.
there's a time machine bubble that they can
explain that.
escape in.
Yeah.
As a huge fan of Hot Tub Time Machine and Back to the Futures, even I found it difficult to believe.
I've come across a couple of those bubbles. I just didn't have the balls to jump
Didn't
in.
want to jump in. Well, because it disappears and then you end up breaking your leg.
You don't know where you're going.
That's right. Lastly, the CLFs were annoying. Again, this was too family friendly.
Was it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they all loved each other.
Oh,
At one point, the
okay.
son has
That's
a Playboy.
terrible.
Well, yeah, but what real life family has that?
Most?
No.
Okay.
At one point, the son has a Playboy open, but
Yeah.
there's no nudie pics. I guess he just reads it for the articles.
Yeah. That's why I did.
Yeah.
I never had siblings, but what brother and sister get along that well? Also, I may be wrong, but I think the girl of his dreams was a lesbian. She had no interest in him.
No, she obviously was. not think. Him and her and the daughter.
I
were
don't
what
assume
what movie were you
anything.
watching?
I don't assume anything.
Okay. No,
He wants to be.
100%.
He wants to be told.
That's right. To spell it out.
Oh, my.
This movie has McGregor in it, so it can't be a rage. But my man Ewan, this was a disappointing man.
Wow.
I thought I would like
Alright.
it more.
I would have thought
I thought you
would
liked
too.
it more too. Wow.
I mean, how often do you get to see dinosaurs fucking in a movie? Like, it's family friendly, but
That
I'm like,
was funny.
This
but,
can
yeah,
you imagine taking your 10-year-old to this and you're watching it and like that for that reason alone this movie's a mondo. Like if I was 10
Actually,
and my parents took me to this and dinosaurs were fucking
There were 3 girls in my row showed up like literally 30 seconds before the movie started, then made about 5 trips back and forth in front of me for the next 5 minutes.
Okay.
While their mother was apparently outside getting them snacks.
Okay.
But they were like, I don't know, 11. 12,
they might have been
maybe.
They might have been
But she wasn't there with them.
They might have been going probably the mom knew they were going to have sex and she didn't want to see her
Sure. Whatever.
her daughters.
Anyway, yeah, no, there were some kids there unsupervised. Just saying.
Nice.
Good.
Cuz
So
wasn't
I'm
there
sure they enjoyed the dinosaur violence. I didn't hear you screaming or anything, but
He wasn't talking about the dinosaur
I was
violence.
talking about the sex, Murray.
whatever.
It's a-
Girls are more mature.
One of the
than
most
boys anyway.
important scenes in the movie, in my opinion.
the fact that she stopped and had to take a picture at that moment said
With a
so
Polaroid.
much
With a
about her.
Polaroid.
And
I kind of liked her before that.
But then
when she's had to stop and say,
take
please pose.
and he was all in.
And he's like, what, really?
I think
Okay.
that's when their
that's-
marriage was repaired.
And that's when I'm like, okay, I really like this family. Yeah, for me, this was a extended version of a Twilight Zone episode. This was very. Rod Serling should have introduced.
It's funny
this.
you say they apparently based it on Outer Limits episode.
Yeah,
There you go.
makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Both shows are great, by the way.
Because this was totally an episode of the Twilight Zone, and it was
Outer Limits.
Well, for me, I don't care if it was based on Outer Limits. I still think it was an episode of the Twilight. Anyways, what's the difference at the end of the day?
There is no difference.
The Outer Limits is a ripoff of the Twilight Zone. At any rate. So yeah, I went into this thinking I was gonna hate it. Like I had no desire to see this movie whatsoever. And when it started, I'm like, that was the mood I was in. I was like, okay, bring it on. Let's watch this.
Let's watch this piece of crap.
Get this piece of garbage out of the way and let's get on with our lives. And then, as you say, somehow I ended up liking this family, and these kids are annoying, but I still found time for them. And the little side stories with the other daughter the other girl that lost her family.
Yeah.
That was good to bring that in. Like, there weren't a lot of wrong moves in this movie. Like they kind of, and by the end of it, I cared about them. I'm not as big a fan of the twist ending as you. Did you see that coming?
I
didn't see it coming.
That's why it was good.
I like consequences at the end of the day, but whatever. Sometimes
It's family friendly.
yeah, apparently that's what Murray kept on telling me. So
It's a PG dinosaur
That's right.
movie.
So it had to end that
All the
way.
people
There
got
you go.
eaten. Nobody apparently
hey,
had any blood.
she walked around with blood on her shirt
Oh,
for half
whatever.
the movie.
That's right. Her husband's blood.
Yeah.
Oops. Was that a spoiler?
Might
Might have
have been.
been. But yeah, so as I'm watching this movie, as you say, the CGI was okay. It wasn't terrific, but don't get me started on CGI. We can sit here and
I forgot to mention the music too. Like the music was well done.
Yeah, music
It was
was done.
80s.
Like it was just a really well-made movie. Like and as I say, if you're gonna, it extended a version of the Twilight Zone as good as you could. Like, that should be 30 minutes, but no, they extended it to an hour and 45. I was still enthralled by the whole thing. Is it a mondo?
Yeah. Have you seen dinosaurs fuck in a movie before?
I don't think I have.
Have you seen a main character be eaten by a dinosaur before? No.
Yeah, I think so.
Who? What main character? The one
I
that
don't
is the
know.
star of the show.
They killed the lawyer in the first one.
Yeah,
He's not a
what?
main character. He's the fucking
was.
lawyer.
He's the only one I cared
He's a
about.
fucking lawyer.
What's his name? Newman.
He's not a main character either. These are tertiary characters.
What are you talking about?
This is the main character of the movie.
They built that entire first Jurassic Park around Newman's character.
That's right.
What movie were you watching?
Apparently, I was watching the movie,
and he was the genesis of why all this was happening. Because
it was his fault.
It was his fault.
I'm not saying his character wasn't important, you dummies. I'm saying he wasn't a main character. He was in it for all of 10 minutes.
I think he was a main character.
Okay,
I was expecting to see so much more of him, and then all of a sudden
hop into your bubble and go back and be a part of Jurassic Park. This movie is incredible. Everybody needs to see this movie. Take your 10-year-old to it.
Yeah,
teach him about dinosaur sex.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, there's nothing. I can't say anything bad about the movie. It's and sometimes a movie like this gets elevated when you put some really good actors in it. And Hathaway, although I used to not be a fan of her, I'm quickly becoming a big fan of hers.
Yep.
She used to just be atrocious. Like she
it's
was
she
was borderline freaking doubted.
Yeah.
Or not doubted, repulsive.
Repulsive, yeah.
Like she was awful for.
But you know what? Here's the thing. This week,
I don't know when did she turn into like a good actor. I don't even know when that happened.
I don't know when she stopped making. Oh, it was the one where it was a movie we saw at Cuff where.
The giant thing?
Whatever it was. Yeah, she was in that. She started making movies that are not rom-coms. The same as Matthew McConaughey. This is the movie we have our OG rom-com kings, and now they are two of the greatest actors that are working today.
There you go. Anyways, okay, it was Mondo.
Yeah, of course it was. Why would you think otherwise? It's crazy. Murray, I can't believe it.
Not enough dinosaur violence.
That's all I saw was dinosaurs.
There was so much. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
The neighbor on top of the roof.
No blood.
The people across the street. Every person on the street.
I want to see dinosaurs chomping people's heads off and
Well, that didn't even happen really in Jurassic Park.
No,
you see the guy eating in the bathroom or whatever, but they just showed the blood afterwards.
Yeah.
It wasn't like crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I just want to see dinosaurs fuck. That's all I care about.
And so you did.
I walked to the washroom too, but it wasn't to go see my mother in the lobby. I can tell you that. The Samurai and the Prisoner. This film has a bit of a feel like what a Japanese Shakespeare play might look like. This is kind of how I felt as I watched this film. The story is broken into 4 seasons and takes place near the end of the Samurai Warlord Wars. Maybe it's based on a true story. Bryce, did you do any research on this sucker?
Well, no, it's based on some crap that happened. Yeah.
Well, did it really happen, or are they just telling the story?
I'm sure it was embellished.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the story did, but did that guy actually exist? And
he existed.
Became a tea merchant.
In
real life.
I don't know if he became a tea merchant.
So you don't know. You're just guessing also.
Yes, I'm just guessing.
All right. So thank you. It shows how one warlord deals with an evil, malevolent opposer. The story also carries a mystery to be solved in each season, as well as telling the story of someone who really maybe wasn't meant for the career of killing and Game of Throning through the 1500s Japan. But just like drinking tea out of cool old vases and chilling with his mates. It was very well acted and the story hummed along okay, as much as 1500 samurai films could, I guess. But I just found it a little draggy and Shakespeare-y, and Shakespeare isn't really my thing, even though their language wasn't as artsy as you find in Shakespeare, or like Billy does. There was no real cinematography to speak of, which in Japan seems a waste. Like if you're shooting a film in Japan, don't shoot it in sound stages the whole movie. Like that just kind of made me shake my head, because this director knows how to do cinematography shots, and I was like, where are they? It very much felt like a stage play, which I don't really like seeing on cinema. I like to see cinema.
It was totally like a stage play.
Yeah, I think it probably was a stage play too. I don't know.
It was great.
I was a little bored, I'm going to say.
What?
Not super bored. It was okay. I didn't love this movie. There's things about it I really liked, but as a whole, I wouldn't say, and just like their last movie, the last movie was also meh, so apparently that's what they make now. This movie was meh. I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah, no, this totally plays out like a play. As I say, I don't know. Maybe they just did such a good job that I believe that it's based on actual events. but I think it is. I don't know. Maybe it isn't. What do I know? It took a while to get into. I'm watching it initially, and I'm like, oh God, this better not go more than like 90 minutes because this is just.
And it was 2.5 hours.
And as it kind of went along, I got into it's one of those movies where initially, if you told me about the pace of it and how it was going to go, I'd be like, But for some reason, the pace started to. I kind of got into the pace. I was out of the pace. I was out of pace, but then I was in pace, and that helped because for the first 20-25 minutes, I'm like,
yeah,
good.
I wanted to nap actually.
Yeah, I actually got a little drowsy.
You napped, Murray.
But This is one of those movies where I was a little bit sleepy at the beginning, but by the end, I was hanging on every word, and I was actually really invited right into this film. There's not a whole lot of, like it definitely could be done on stage with about 3 sets. Because that's basically all, You got your dungeon, you got some generic halls that they're in, and you got the, little.
A couple of scenes where they're outside.
But this was this was like a murder mystery, and
it kind of was.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
And I thought it was well done, and I liked the fact that there was people that were misleading him and other people that were helping him, and the guy, the prisoner, was great, and that whole dynamic was great. And every time he went and talked to him,
I had a problem with that.
I didn't
myself.
have any.
The reason I had a problem with it is because I don't think that would have actually happened in reality.
I think it. In reality, you'd say if you were to tell someone that happen, it would be no, based on who these people were. But then when you learn that this guy is kind of in the face of what your typical dude would do in his situation, like he's not about the killing.
Oh no, he's not. He wanted to be a tea trader.
Yeah, and that's he totally wanted.
Well, but that's not what I don't mean from his perspective. From his perspective, his character was well defined. It made sense.
Yes.
The prisoner side of it makes. Like, why he would think that this guy wasn't scheming against him the whole time didn't make sense. Because this guy, that part I had problems with.
Here's why. Because he has a faith in the fact that he thinks that what he's doing is right, and he thinks that in time, if someone gets to know him, they will also believe that what he's doing is right. And to be honest, what he was doing was kind of right compared to everything else.
Warlords of Japan.
Exactly.
Perfect. He did a great job.
So yeah, I thought that the two main actors were good. I thought that
I agree.
The story was enthralling.
It was good-ish.
And it sucked me in, and by the end of it, I really enjoyed it. Like at the beginning, I thought this was going to be terrible, and by the end, I was like, "Oh, it was pretty good." It was meh.
All right, you had me going there for a minute.
Well, it wasn't a spectacular. Like there's too much choppiness to it, and there was just, and it didn't flow at all. But
no, it didn't.
But there was a lot of good in it. Like I really enjoyed it.
Maybe I'm sounding a little bit more negative. Like there was good. I did enjoy a lot of parts in this, but I did have problems with some. So
yeah.
All right. Well, the rivals of Amziah King Murray.
You heard of him?
You heard of him?
He's a beekeeper.
He's a beekeeper.
Sure.
Here's a bit of a quick thing. This is my longest review I'm going to probably do, just so you know.
He can pluck a mean mandolin.
He plucked a mandolin like nobody business. All right, so this is a film with a very different pacing and structure, almost like 2 films in one. The transition is quick and sudden, but for obvious reasons, once you've seen this film, you'll understand. For the first half of this film, I was basically crying with joy for the overflowing of love, compassion, and community that our hero / leader / the king of bees himself, Matthew McConaughey, shows us with everyone he comes into contact with. He is just so kind and caring. You really feel this group of people he is surrounded by as family or friends like no other you have ever seen. So much Southern comfort. And Murray, I don't mean that nasty liqueur that we used to drink in junior high. The story is grounded in music and how this community is drawn together by music, almost like Baxter's playing now. But that is just how they shared their love in a way that us, the viewers, can witness and feel. And this music is a thread that carries us through the entire movie. But only once it has firmly created characters so rich and lush and just has us caring so deeply for them. We are so invested. And there's not one character written into this that is wasted. Not one. And there is a lot of characters. Never have I seen a cast. Not one. And there wasn't one wasted character in this.
I think there was at least one.
No, there wasn't one. I'm not saying that the acting wasn't wasted. I'm saying the character themselves was absolutely essential for the story.
They had someone in this movie that, what a waste, because they didn't even give him any, like, it was
well,
just,
but that was the point. It wasn't his story.
Yeah.
Never have I seen a cast so well put together and a story that is so captivating to me. So the story is that near the beginning of the film, we get introduced to one of Matthew's long-lost foster kids who he bumps into working in a diner by sheer happenstance. And you can instantly feel how happy he is to see her. And offers her to come back into his life, as she does. He starts to teach her about his bee business, his music, and his family. He accepts, like he does to everybody that is in his community, into his life. No judgments or preconceived ideas for her, and she embraces the love and accepts his invitation. And they soon are working very closely together on his bee business, which we also get to know all about his bee business, Murray. I mean, all of it. We get a lot of time in this film spent on details, little details that pretty much all come back into the film later as the film progresses. But unlike most films, where they just seem like plot points thrown in for foreshadowing later, it just feels also natural and important. And the details are so great. We basically learn how to be a beekeeper. We get to learn about the bees, and even right down to how to use an extractor in a very hairy situation, which I'm going to say.
So hairy.
It was so hairy, and it was a shocker surprise as you're just coming into the beginning of this movie. When the film flips, though, midway through, we lose that love and feeling, and it shifts to a revenge film, Murray. Not like most ladies who kick ass and punch dicks type films. More like, my life as a foster kid has raised me to take care of business. Fuck with my family, and I'm gonna fuck with you. But slowly and patiently. I mean, I had to wait to get out of the foster system, for God's sakes. I got all kinds of time, and I'm gonna outlive all my competitors. This is a very different style of film. Nothing like the movie Mandy, but like Mandy, there is a switch that happens that we all know, probably Nicolas Cage's most famous rage scene, and the tone of the film completely changes. For me, it made sense, and I think the Southern family of musicians made a family I loved getting to know, with an ending that is as sweet as the honey we learned to extract. This had just the right amount of humor, just the right amount of love to go around, and an ending that will leave even the likes of Bryce and Murray with the feeling of satisfaction. I freaking love this film. I loved seeing Owen Teague in this. He's always a treat.
He wasn't in it, though.
He was in it enough. He's a great young actor.
He is a great young actor.
Angelina
I'd love to see him
Looking-Glass. Yeah, well, he wasn't a main character.
He wasn't a character at all.
He was an important part of the family.
Gave a wink a couple times and just
He
played
sang his little heart out.
Yeah, I guess.
He did. He was the lead singer. Well, kind of.
Not really.
They were all kind of lead singers, actually. And Angelina Looking-Glass does a great job alongside
she was
the
wonderful.
greatness that is Matthew McConaughey.
Those scenes between those two were
We're
gold.
just brilliant. And I was kind of wondering why at times it kind of felt like I was watching a Southern slant on a Wes Anderson film. But maybe that's because Tony Rivori was in this. Great second film by Andrew Patterson, which I know Bryce is a huge fan of his first film, or their first film, which I liked, but I know you loved. This was Mondo for me. I loved every scene of this movie. It's heartwarming. It's another family-focused film. It's just a family that you create, not one that you're born with.
All right.
It was Mondo. I loved it.
You
I think
loved
Matthew
it.
McConaughey and Anne Hathaway are the two greatest actors of our generation.
Was she in this?
No, but she was in a different movie this week.
Oh.
She could have been.
Because, yeah, I was.
should have
She's
been.
in like 12 movies. This
I
year.
don't know why she's in
Because
every
if you
movie.
blinked, you missed Owen Teague. Maybe if you blinked again, you missed Anne Hathaway in it somewhere in the background.
she was
doing
probably in
nothing.
it.
She probably was. She was probably
She just may help to make it great.
serving some casserole to
I'm
somebody
sorry.
at the
I
old
believe
country
you're-
I'm
wing
sorry.
dig.
What is whose movie is this? It's the
McConaughey.
one girl. No, it's not
Oh.
Matthew McConaughey's movie.
Not at all.
It is the one young girl, and that's her movie. So everybody
Towering
that's there
Looking-Glass.
did what they do best: make the lead actor look fantastic.
They were supporting actors.
They supported the
her.
shit out of her
Yes.
and made her probably one of the greatest things that's been on screen this year.
There you go. Yeah, well, this movie was okay.
You're an idiot.
There are some scenes in here that I absolutely adored, and then I didn't like the choppiness and the silly freeze frames and then jump ahead 2 seconds, and I don't know. If you're gonna use these gimmicks, they're either gonna work or they're not gonna work, and that stuff just every time the filmmaker decide to do this weird crap, I'm all for weird crap, but it just did not work in this case for me, and it took me out of the film. That took me out of the film. The sound mix when they're playing took me out of the film. It just didn't seem authentic. There's so many things that took me out of the film. At the heart of the film is a great story with some tremendous performances, and every scene between McConaughey and Looking-Glass, those two together, was absolute gold. The scene where he's walking her through the potluck with the truth and lies,
my God, was so
was
good.
just absolutely brilliant. There's like a lot of brilliant, and I want to give it a Mondo so badly,
Because it is a Mondo.
but there was stuff that just bugged me, and it was I don't know. There's some odd pacing, and then I didn't like the switch, and there was some stuff that I don't know. I had some questions that I'm like, I don't understand. I don't know.
It's dinosaurs eating people. Just
No, there were no
accept it.
dinosaurs in this one.
Just accept it.
This was about bees and honey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, I really liked it. I really did.
You liked their first movie better, though.
Yeah. What was the first movie? I don't even...
Vast of Night, I think.
Oh, what's that? Oh, that movie was amazing.
Yeah.
Like super amazing.
It was good.
Yeah.
This one's great.
That one was great, and this one is really, really good. It just did some weird stuff in it that took me out of the movie. So yeah, it should have been a Mondo,
It was Mondo for me.
but but it wasn't. It was
And-
meh.
No, it was totally Mondo. Most of it because the character development in this she is like, this character is a character I wanted. I would want to see a sequel to this, and I've never even said that to any movie ever made, I don't think. Maybe once before, but this is a movie I kind of want to see her get to like age 70 Doesn't have to be her as an actor. It just has to be, I want to see that she outlives all of her competitors. That's what I want to see.
I kind of see an arc where she becomes Kurt Russell, where she becomes just a evil son.
Becomes the evil son of a bitch. He's an evil son of a bitch in this, Murray.
Yes.
Shocker.
Yeah. What? He's not always an evil son of a bitch.
The good news for all you people like me that hate Kurt Russell because he's awful is he's not really in this too much.
Too much.
And he has one, and I will give him credit. The one scene he has where I was like, wow, maybe Kurt Russell can kind of act is the gas station scene where they're just filling their tanks. And she's just leaning against a truck with that wry smile as he's talking. Yep. Like, just the stuff, you can see the wheels turning in her head, and she's just planning everything out.
You're not smarter than me, Kurt Russell.
And it's like, oh my God, like there was such good stuff in this.
Yeah, it was Mondo.
There was some Mondo stuff in this.
Speaking of weird though, we're going to talk about teenage sex and death, Murray, at Camp Miasma.
Was there death?
There was a lot of death. It was like all death, all the time.
What are you talking about? There was totally death.
Before I say anything about this movie, can we all just say, thank God Kevin McDonald is in this?
He was so good.
He was so good. My God, he's gorgeous.
I'm so happy that a young filmmaker
chose to put Kevin McDonald.
And I guarantee this isn't something that Kevin McDonald had to like audition for. She's like, I need Kevin McDonald for this role. Yeah.
No one in this messed up world of horror and sci-fi understands the genre of fantasy horror sci-fi like Jane Soderbrunn. In their last film, they took queer cinema to an unforgettable adventure that we were lucky enough that left us, the audience, in awe of their brilliance, with their style of artistic vision for what the future of cinema could look like. In this new film, they do this in the highly copied and often parodied genre of the slasher film, and finds a way to mindfuck us further than any horror film has done previously or maybe ever will do again. And when I say come, I mean come. This starts out with what we think is going to be like most parody or homages to the slasher genre. And the moment we see the camp that we are supposed to be a part of, and when the world for a moment gives us a painting of the camp where we, the viewer, if you blink, you'll miss it, I knew this would not be like anything I imagined this was going to be. I mean, they were able to cast motherfucking Gillian Anderson in the greatest role of her career as an aging OG final Scream Queen girl who seduces and converts our lead, played by Hannah Einbinder, to enter this world of teenage sex and death at Camp Miasma, and does it so well that I myself was so turned on for my own orgasmic death, more than I've ever been in my life. And that's a lot. High five to auto asphyxiation. Am I right? Up high, Bryce.
Yeah.
This film is funny in a very awkward and dark way, but at the same time pokes fun but totally owns, like, it makes fun, but it also totally owns trans and queer film woke culture like only a queer director can do. There is truth, but at the same time, never before have we had a trans slasher get so much satisfaction over the evil that is Hollywood in such a satisfying way. I'm so sad I missed this movie. Like, Murray got to see it with Cuff, because I saw it in a sterile Cineplex environment viewed by maybe 15 people, all of which who had no clue how to interpret what the fuck was going on around them. They did not laugh at any of the hilariousness that is in this film that poked constantly at white straight horror culture from the past, but showed us that two hermaphrodite parents who let their trans kid be whatever they wanted on any day of the week can kill anyone and everyone, especially if they can orgasm at the same time. This movie is brilliant, just like their last film. I freaking loved every frame of this movie. It was a perfect film. I love this director. Jane, you can mind fuck my mind for the rest of my life. I love this movie. It was so mondo. Murray, what'd you think? This is your kind of movie?
Absolutely, 100%.
You like Gillian Anderson?
Yeah, you like Gillian
No,
Anderson.
actually, I don't.
Oh, there you go.
really? I thought you did.
I've never seen one episode of X-Files. Not
Oh.
one.
Okay.
I got a chance to see this film early because Cuff presented it a few days before it opened in theaters. It's a sold-out screening. I think there may have been people sitting on the floor at the back.
I wouldn't doubt it.
At Gillian Anderson, and from the trailers, I expected a teenage sex romp horror slasher
That's what it was.
That was not what I got.
What?
What did you get?
People who did that glow from the TV film are behind this. I should have known better. There were some good kill moments at the beginning and at the end. There was way too much talking and way too many dark scenes that I couldn't tell what was going on.
I didn't.
Well, maybe
I could tell.
you
Maybe
better
the-
eyesight than me, but
Maybe
yeah.
the Cuff screening wasn't as good.
I don't know. I
in 4K, this was
because it
great.
was at night in winter at a cabin where there's no power and there's no street lights or anything, and I couldn't tell what was going on screen,
Okay.
which affected me a lot about actually enjoying it. We do get some lesbian action, albeit with a 30-year-old age gap between the two ladies.
Nice.
At least half the movie, they showed the actual original film that this filmmaker was researching and planning to remake. She tracks down the original final girl from that film, who was like 17 or something at the time, who is now in her 60s and living at the actual cabin they built for the movie. Of course, it's the middle of winter, because that's the best time to live in a cabin in the woods.
Best time to see blood on the...
So much blood.
Yeah, look, this was a Cuff movie, and oftentimes I don't like their selection of films. My tastes run more mainstream, and they are not about that. I enjoyed some of this film, the parts I could actually make out on screen.
Like the kills.
The kills, yeah. Like I said, the beginning of it and the end of it. The movie just went way off the rails for me at the end, and I was left as confused as I get from a Nolan film.
This movie went off the rails all over the place, man.
Yeah, well, I don't like going off the rails.
He
I
doesn't
like
like
staying
being
on
off
the
the
rails.
rails.
No,
He's a rail guy.
The interesting stuff is out off the rails. When you're on the rails, you know where you're going.
If it was
It's all
just a slasher
familiar.
film, I could have done it, but I don't like slasher films anyway.
Who wants familiar and knowing where you're going?
I enjoyed the experience. The film, not so much. Just a meh.
Just
Gotta
But
love
did you
that-
like Gillian
gotta lo-
Anderson in this?
Not really. I gotta
I
love
did.
that. I do love the KFC though.
that was hilarious.
The KFC.
Good
like,
God.
oh my God.
When to put
How
out
much
the whole
KFC
I
is
got
she
some
ordering?
I mean, that platter
She
must
brought like
have-
a party bucket, like
More
20
than that.
There was
20,
two party.
20 pieces of chicken for two people.
There
There
was
are-
2 platter buckets.
that whole table was full of chicken,
my
man.
God.
Not just chicken pieces,
They're
but
middle
then they
of nowhere,
also they
and
also
it-
had the chicken strips.
Yeah.
They're middle
Oh
of,
my God.
Do you
they're in the
like
middle of nowhere.
do you
like
like dipping
dip?
sauces?
Oh my God. Okay, so Bryce, I know you don't eat chicken, but if it was chicken
Yes.
and you like, did you not have a huge raging boner seeing her dip her chicken into that dip? I'm sorry, like I've never been so sexually attracted to a piece of chicken.
That whole scene was very erotic.
Oh my God.
Anyway, yeah, not my kind of movie.
No, it's. I kind of figured it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this thing was brilliant. Just every single frame, just like TV glow. You're mesmerized by it. You can't look away. You're watching this movie.
You don't know what's
absolutely-
gonna happen
and you have
either.
no idea what's gonna happen next. And just the just the feel of this movie, and just like what a wonderful experience at the cinema. It's like, this is why we go. This is the stuff we need. We need something a little different. We need something off the rails, Murray.
You do. I don't.
And boy, oh boy, does this goes way off the rails.
So much rails in this.
I don't think this movie was ever on the rails, and that's why it's wonderful.
Oh, I just love the blood spurting 20 feet up in the air.
Yeah, that was
hilarious. I know. That's in like the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Greatness to the parody in this. Like,
yeah, there's so much, and you can see that there's a love of these like of the genre, and it's like. And the fact that this story couldn't have been told in any other way than having it based on them remaking this. Like if you took some other movie that she wanted to remake and put it wouldn't have worked as well. It's like this had to be like a total slasher.
They go by they, by the way, just so you know. I know it references her. The
director?
Yes, they go by they.
Okay.
Yeah, it's IMDb gets it wrong for a change.
All right. For a change, IMDb doesn't ever get it right. But yeah, just a real unique experience at the cinema.
What a great concept too.
It's like just like once again, how do they come up with like TV Glow? How do they come up with this? Like this is like
the concept is
like original filmmaking. That's what we want. And this is original filmmaking at its best. And it's visually stunning. The performances are great. Gillian Anderson was fantastic.
And I don't think I've ever said that.
Hannah, whatever it was.
I never said that.
What Guggenheim? What was the name? Einbinder.
Yeah.
I don't even remember her being in it.
They're the other main character.
That was the other main character.
Girl?
Yeah.
The 20-year-old?
Yeah.
29-year-old actually.
Oh.
Said.
Because I just saw her on a talk show and she's like 6'5".
And
awesome.
Patrick Fischler as the the store owner, or the guy behind the
the black and white.
Yeah. It's like, don't go there.
Don't go.
It's like, I love that they took all these tropes from the slasher genre and just made them hilarious. And Kevin McDonald, good God, just so good.
I always enjoy seeing him.
Just like, just a wonderful movie. This was Mondo.
The funny thing that was about the parody side of this was even when the young director meets Kevin McDonald for the first time, Kevin's telling her that I was in this number 4 because it was the 4th one.
Yeah.
So he's obviously been in every single one, but the funny thing is that he mentions only 4, but he's in every single one because he's in the original as well. And it's once you see the end of the movie, you know why.
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
Oh my God, this movie! Everybody,
who
has an appreciation of horror should see that film.
It was brilliant.
It was. All right, the one Bryce didn't get to see, or Murray get to see, and that is your letter. All right, Korean animated hand-drawn web series goes digital to create a heartwarming tale about overcoming childhood illness, bullying, loneliness, and basically being a teenager in general. This is a really well done film that brings 3 teenagers together through a series of letters. It has a young lady who's recently moved back to her childhood town, who's running away from childhood friendships destroyed by bullying, to find that the person whose desk she takes over leaves her letters to help her find friends, and a mystery to solve as the letters help her to overcome her fears and anguish by introducing her to people that are accepting and supportive. Along the way, she helps to heal another friend who's suffering the loss of his friendship, who also happens to be the letter writer. The story is very much full of predictable and stereotypical teen story arcs in a world that is maybe a little too rose-colored glasses, as hers and his lives and past traumas are easily overcome by a bunch of kindness that I don't think is ever really as present as in any high school that's depicted in this film. That is for certain. But it is very welcome to see a story that has a few twists melded into the predictability. And there are a few times that had me tearing up, I'm not going to lie. It is a story that I would say is fantastic to watch with your kids. Not the same kind of fantastic as watching dinosaurs fuck, but as a family where the kids might be between 10 and 17. And I love the animation, which is grounded in hand-drawn animation, but I think that's because of the original. I don't know much about the web series that this was based on, but I understand that was all hand-drawn. It almost made this to a Mondo, but because of the amount of unrealistic teen drama tropes, I just couldn't love this as much as I was hoping. It's definitely a high mass, so close to Mondo. But then again, my pants were still wet for other reasons from the sexiness of the previous movie that I went to see. So just because of that, prior to this, my tears should have re-soaked my pants, but they didn't. So it was only a high max because my pants were almost dry by the time I left this film.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a good story. It's a Korean family-focused film. So I don't think there's ever been one that's ever been a Rage. It's not possible. It's like Bryce can tell me that there has been one sometime.
I think there has been,
but I don't think that's true.
I'm pretty sure there was.
No, it's not. It's for sure not. All right, The Wrong Girls, Murray.
The Wrong Girls.
That is right. If a movie starts with a whole coughing conversation that they both clearly understood each other, you're in for a comedy buddy film for the ages. Kristen Stewart and Aaliyah Shawkat go on a stoner journey unseen since the likes of Cheech and Chong meets Pineapple Express, where they come into possession of an extracted squid testicle drug.
Is that what it was?
Yep, developed in Denmark, and it's not very often you see Denmark as the evil country that's ruining the world. That gives them telekinesis, telepathy, plus the ability to understand cat, who are played by Seth Rogen and Kamal Nanjiani. There is a ton of funny in this film. I laughed a lot, but by the situations and also by the absurdity of what was going on this whole movie. But like most comedies, it does kind of peter out by the end. And to be honest, nothing that the cat said was actually funny to me, which, I mean, I almost
talking
think
cat.
But when Ricky Gervais does a talking cat, everything he says is funny. Everything that Seth Rogen, Kamal Nanjiani and Seth Rogen can be funny, but they weren't funny in this. Like everything the cat said, I was like, that was a waste. Like it kind of took you out of the movie because you're expecting comedy gold from those two, and it was comedy dud for the most part.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was dud.
I think I smiled once.
At the cats?
Nanjiani said something one time that was almost funny.
Smiled, but not. I didn't like.
It was almost funny.
It was almost funny. It wasn't funny, but I had a feeling that that part was all ad-libbed. I think they were just doing the. What do they call that? The director's commentary, and they were probably
they made the movie completely, and then they played it back, and then they because okay, you guys talk now, and so they wrote
they probably wrote the dialogue for the cats after they made the movie.
Maybe I don't know. It wasn't funny
because they do the voiceover separately.
Probably most of the cast had some great moments.
I think they just they put them in cat suits, but then through the magic of CGI made them smaller.
Yeah, totally. That makes sense. Like Peter Jackson came on to giving them some ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I think that's how they did it.
Yeah, it's totally how they did it. So the cast, the tertiary cast was fantastic, including Tony Hale and his dick dip. Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon was awesome.
Always funny. And who knew that Lakeith Stanfield was as funny as a straight man as he could be? I laughed a lot. Then I didn't.
It was funny.
I'd say go see this. It's funny. Maybe partake in the dope to make it funnier.
Yeah, it helps.
Which I didn't. I was not drugged in this. There are some so funny parts in this, but at the end of it, it's I don't know. They can't make comedies go funny for the whole movie.
Nah, this one loses steam just like all
Just
of them
like
do.
all the other comedies. I would say maybe go find some squid balls and maybe try that too at the same time as you're doing the dope.
Yeah, I
It
don't-
can't hurt unless you're a vegan. Maybe there's vegan squid balls somewhere.
Beyond Squid Ball.
Beyond squid ball. There you go. It was I laughed. It was funny.
Yeah.
Ali Shawkat is just like one of my favorite actors right now.
Shawkat. Yeah, she's actually just everything. Every time she's in a movie, she's really.
Yeah,
really
I just
good.
want to see it.
Yeah, she's really good. What was this?
The Wrong Girls.
The Wrong Girls. Yeah. Yeah, Metalhead Dave. There was so much funny in this movie. There really was.
There was.
I was
Oh my God, when they had the powers and they stacked the I was gonna say the Dutchman, but they're not. They're Danish.
Yes, they are Danes. Actually, they are Danes because that's what the people would be for some.
Yes.
If you're describing something that's from Denmark, it's Danish. But if you're describing a person from Denmark, they are
It's
a
the
Dane.
Danes.
Anyway.
And then there's also the deliciousness of a Danish.
Yes. As long as it's a nice vegan Danish.
There you go.
He's on drugs now.
I wish it was on drugs now.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I sound like a broken record here, but I mean, if it's a comedy, it's usually, if it's done well, it's funny for a while. But I don't understand why nobody on the face of the earth can keep a comedy going for like the entire duration.
There's
of
rare.
90
There are
minutes.
some cases where
There is, but it's
so
very
rare.
rare.
Yeah, it's very
and
rare.
it makes no sense to me because they had the characters, they had the cast, they had, the writing was solid other than the improvisation of the cast.
Actually, you know what was a Mondo that was funny all the way through it?
What's
Dick's
that?
the Musical.
Dick's
Remember
the
that?
Musical, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was.
Because you can never stop laughing at Dick jokes.
Yes. But yeah, no, this was just, it was another stoner comedy at the end of the day.
And those, they can only be funny for so long.
Exactly, unless it's,
This describes Seth Rogen's entire career.
Not so
Almost
much
funny,
lately.
And he does stoner comedies.
I
think it was
there's a couple of them that I need to watch again because I remember them being maybe better than they were. But
put them in the spinner.
yeah. Well, no, they were too recent. It's Seth Rogen. He didn't make anything in the 90s.
Not before 2000, he didn't.
That's what I just said. But in a different way. Yeah. It was meh. It was I don't. You described the whole damn thing. There's nothing to really say. It's another stoner comedy. It has its moments. Did I laugh? Absolutely. Laughed a bunch of times. Did I laugh as much in the last half hour? No, because it lost steam as they typically do. Yeah, it was meh.
I got one right.
Only one?
Okay. Again this week we have another movie that the Merman has never seen and was on TV Saturday night. Maybe we start calling this segment Lame Ass Movies That Murray Watches on Saturday because he has no life. Anyway, this
That's
one
too long.
actually has one of Jim's favorites.
What?
Keanu Reeves.
Oh.
It's called 47 Ronin.
Oh, good
With
God.
Keanu and 46 Japanese dudes. And they're samurai.
They sure
I
are.
did see a samurai movie this week. So Keanu with the sword and a bunch of samurai. Sounds like a good idea.
Does it?
Here's the catch.
What?
He's the only non-Japanese character in the movie, and there is absolutely zero Japanese spoken in this movie. It's in English with no subtitles. Don't get me wrong, that's the way I like my movies. It just seemed wrong. Now, you guys know Japanese actors a lot better than I do, but I did recognize a few of them from other stuff. Now watch me butcher all their names. Hiroyuki Sanada, Min Tanaka, Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa, even little Getty Watanabe from 16 Candles, Gung Ho, and most importantly, UHF.
Yeah.
He was in
They
this.
got it all on UHF.
That's right, they got it all. I'm sure there are others, but my favorite of the 46 Ronin was the fat guy. I liked him. Obviously, I don't know a lot about samurai culture beyond what Tom Cruise has taught me. As someone of Scandinavian heritage, I understand about warriors and dying with honor. Difference is, Vikings prefer to die in battle. Apparently, samurai warriors just fall on their swords in shame, rather than die fighting. I don't want to say that's stupid, but yeah. Also, the Shogun guy
You just did.
the Shogun guy was a dick. He was like Game of Thrones dick-ish. First, he gives power over the whole territory to a gutless douchebag with no honor. Then he just stands by while this guy terrorizes everybody for years. Finally, at the end, he demands that the 47 Ronin kill themselves after defeating the evil douchebag and his even more evil witch. WTF. Like, in most modern religions, suicide is a sin and prevents someone from going to heaven, if you believe that kind of thing. So yeah, I had a huge problem with some of this theology, which is apparently based on a real story. Getting to the samurai stuff, I do enjoy some swordplay. I usually go for the English kniggets though. Unfortunately, this film was a bit too much witchy magic for me. The villain of the film, the dude with the girl's name, was just a poser, much like every bad guy on Game of Thrones. No guts, no honor. The real villain of the film was a shape-shifting wolf dragon witch who loved to torture the princess and get into people's heads. She was bad to the bone. According to the end credits, this was based on real historic events. I just couldn't get over the one white guy in the Sea of Japan with no Japanese spoken. And when I read, they shot the entire movie in Japanese first because all the supporting actors didn't speak English. They shot the whole movie in Japanese anyway. And Keanu spoke Japanese. But then they shot the whole thing again in English.
So the Japanese film was probably released in Japan.
I don't know if it was.
Don't know where
yeah.
else you'd release it.
But yeah, that must have been tough for everybody else not named Keanu.
Okay.
And I really hated the ending. I mean, historical or not, I hated the way it ended. Still, it's got Keanu kicking ass and lots of swords. Yeah, it's just a mess. Like I said, if it was on TV, I watched it, but I wouldn't go out of my way.
I think it was one of the biggest bombs of that year, too.
It
at the
might have
cinema.
been. And he didn't want to do it originally. And everyone's like, oh yeah, Keanu, he's the white savior. It's like, he's not the hero of the film. The hero of the film is the actual samurai.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I mean, it was alright, but it was all in English. I couldn't get over that. It's like, if there was a bunch of like English characters, yeah, but he was the only one. The rest were all Japanese. Well-known, famous Japanese actors, some of whom only speak Japanese.
But you wouldn't have watched it if it was all in Japanese.
No, well, with Keanu, I might have, because I heard about it. I just never saw it before. But anyway, so that's what I did on my Saturday night.
Watch some samurai.
Some samurai. I'll take Tom Cruise any day.
Temperature rising.
That's right, Bryce.
Vision blurring. Rage
That I put him to
taking
sleep.
over.
All right, my rage this week is the same as last week. Spider-Man's now over $2 billion worldwide, and I've yet to see Sheep in the Box in a cinema.
But you know it's coming.
I do know it's coming, thanks to the Globe, and I'm hoping it's because I sent them an email and says, why the fuck isn't Sheep in the Box playing at your cinema? Every single time we've seen a Hirokazu Kurita film, it's been at the Globe at a film festival.
Yes. No, I was quite pleased when we went to the movies.
And they put the trailer.
And they put up the little thing, Sheep in the Box, August 28th. I'm like, what? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So my rage is still that Spider-Man exists and it's taking up space for Sheep in the Box and that we could possibly see in 4K. But
yeah, well,
the good news is we are going to get to see it at the Globe.
very exciting.
Oh,
So it's sort of a rage, but
I'm still raging, but it's got a happy
luckily,
ending.
we have friends at the Globe.
That's right.
Piggybacking on your rage, that McConaughey movie, which I actually was kind of looking forward to and wanted to see it.
Playing only at one cinema.
One screen. And there's 16 screens at that theater, and they were playing Spider-Man in half of them, probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they had played that movie any other theater, even in the northern half of the city where I live, I would have gone to it any of the days I was at home not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Watching
I'm
Keanu
not going all the way down there to see that movie. So
Yep.
yeah, that's my rage too.
All right. Throw it on top.
That was going to be my rage.
What?
No, because you love that. You love that movie.
No, but
that I had to go to. It was only playing on one screen, and I had
Yeah, it
to
was
go
like
there.
half the movies he saw were only playing on one screen in the whole city.
Yeah. The Girls was only playing.
Yeah, but that one I expected to be on more screens.
Yeah, it's got a big name in it, right?
Yeah, it has Matthew McConaughey in it, for God's sakes.
And the Russell.
And you've seen they've been advertising
A million
the
trailers
poop out
for
of
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it when
It should
you know
be
what they
at
also
every
don't have
Cineplex,
it
not just one.
at Cineplex?
What's that?
Orange Crush Zero.
Orange Crush Zero.
It's not orange. It's Fanta.
That is Fanta, yes.
Fanta Zero.
Coke makes Fanta.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my rage this week again.
Orange Crush Zero?
There's still no orange Fanta.
No Orange Fanta? There's the
Well,
the
Murray
theater-
took my rage.
Well, you can both have the same.
Nah, orange Fanta, week 2.
Well,
Until we get it.
There is the movie theater I go to. See, if you come to my theater, you can get it.
Here's the thing: if you're going to the Cineplex and you've got like orange Fanta everywhere, like orange Fanta, try orange Fanta, and you can't even get a bottle. Well, that's whatever. But how do you not have this on fountain? Like, how is this
the
not?
opposite of a good drug dealer.
It's like, what is going
Give
on?
us a taste of the
You know what
Fanta.
Yeah, you're not even
doesn't
giving me
have?
a taste.
Cineplex doesn't
can I
have
get a
freestyle soda. That's what they don't have.
Yeah, well,
We just want Fanta Zero.
Well, then you have to go to the other theater. That's the one I go to. I've had
the
it.
one that makes me check my bag
I've
and my
had it.
car.
It's like a scream slushy something or other they call it. Yeah, it was Fanta orange.
They have
Zero
Fanta
sugar.
grape there too.
They have grape too, but you can
they have
all kinds
They
of.
have Fanta pineapple there.
There you go.
Yeah, pineapple Fanta Zero pineapple.
What's this world coming to? Why can't we get these things all the time,
I know.
everywhere?
So we all have the same rage.
That's right.
Okay then.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Hello, Ragers. Welcome to Film Rage's Totally Retro Recall Flashback. This week, Jim is on the docket with what was once his favorite genre of movies as an 8-year-old. What's that, you ask? Disaster films. And this one is a doozy, as we have The Towering Inferno. Clicking in at 2 hours and 45 minutes, starring some of Hollywood's sexiest survivalists ever brought together, including Paul Newman, Steve McQueen, William Holden, Fred Astaire, Faye Dunaway, Robert Wagner, and a newcomer by the name of, what's this say? O.J. Simpson. I think he's going places. Perhaps prison, but definitely going places. Okay, let's see if this classic disaster film is as tasty as a delicious salad dressed with what most people remember real-life race car driver Paul Newman for these days, or will the king of cool and real-life stunt driver Steve McQueen out-sexy everyone else as they try to save the 70s from all of the disastrous acting that Charlton Heston could put us through? I bet the boys are happy he isn't in this one. Come on, Bryce.
Sure are glad he's not in this one. Oh my god. Okay, so just so everybody knows, I saw this movie on TV when it was released on TV. So I was like 8, maybe 9, and thought it was the greatest movie I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And then Murray and I got to rewatch it.
You had to rewatch it.
Yeah, well, you just got to see it for the first time. Here's the thing.
Right.
Whenever they say many modern safety features in a prequel to what you know is going to be a disaster film, it's always famous last words for
Yes.
every disaster film.
That ship is unsinkable.
That ship is unsinkable. The modern safety features in this will make it impossible. Look, okay, so the reason I picked this was because, as Bryce has already alluded to, we want to try and pick stuff that we remember from our childhood as loving. And here's the thing: maybe because I watched it on TV as a kid, because I was too young to see it in the theaters when it was released. It was probably edited for TV, and I probably got to see 2 hours of it.
2-hour version, yeah.
So maybe that's why I remember loving it so much. I love that it's dedicated to the first responders. Like, that's all through this, that they did that. The 70s sure had a lot of people having sex on TV, I noticed. I don't remember seeing that in the first time I watched it. Well, at least perceived sex. After all, we didn't actually get to see any
You didn't actually
sex.
see it. Not like the dinosaurs.
I thought there was things in this that I'd never seen in a 70s movie, even on rewatch. They had a deaf person who uses sign language. That was probably the first time that's ever happened in a movie. The fact that we had a disaster movie without Shelley Winters, although we had a Shelley Winters adjacent person in this.
Yep.
And I also loved it that 2 of the main actors in this were black. Like, for them to put 2 main characters in this that were black, I was like, kudos to the filmmakers for this. Like, there's diversity in this film. And so there's a lot of things that, I just think was done respectfully. So thank you to the filmmakers who made this. It's a slog to get through this movie. There's not enough disaster. Obviously, the special effects are horrible, laughably horrible.
I love when they go through glass and you can see the circle that's been cut
I know. That was the best. Oh, but there was enough people falling from the sky that I was still happy. This was a meh for me. I didn't hate it. I love seeing the two blonde-haired, blue-eyed masters of film go toe-to-toe together in this. Mm-hmm. And it was almost like they would have had that the famous Arnold arm thing from Predator. They should have done one of those.
Carl Weathers and Arnold shake hands. They
do the hand thing. If those two would have done that, I just would have
focus on both their biceps.
Focus on their biceps, which neither of them had great big biceps anyway. But it still would have made me cream my pants a little. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad I got to rewatch it. I'll probably never rewatch it again.
No,
without fast forwarding through a lot of it. But yeah, people died. I loved it. Murray, what'd you think?
This week you got another classic from our oldest film rager, one that came out in 1974 when I was 3.
And I wasn't even born because it probably didn't come out before November.
Finished my sentence.
It probably did come out before November, I should say.
Finished my sentence. It's the star-studded Towering Inferno, which was part of a long line of disaster films in the 70s that included Poseidon Adventure, Airport, and all of its sequels, Earthquake, Meteor,
Earthquake,
and
was
of course,
so bad.
finishing up with the classic Airplane in 1980. I know you guys don't care, but not only was Towering Inferno the highest-grossing movie in 1974,
don't care.
also was nominated for 8 Oscars that year.
And it should have won them all.
It actually won 3 for cinematography and editing and best song. Also, despite all the big names in this film, only Fred Astaire was nominated in an acting category. His one and only nomination for his whole career.
Yeah, nice.
Also, John Williams got one for his music, and the entire sound department was also nominated. You could definitely tell, especially from the amount of times Jim had to keep turning the volume up and down while we were watching it. Jim, it's too loud! Fire was loud, talking was too quiet. One point there was a helicopter, and I'm like, what the hell are they saying? I can't even hear what they're saying. All I heard was a helicopter.
And yours was on DVD?
Yeah, it's surround
I
sound.
have digital. Yeah. Well, so my surround sound is having problems right now.
Oh,
so
okay, 'cause
it kicks in
mine-
halfway between the TV and then it puts it back into surround.
But there was like a
sometimes.
one scene with a helicopter, and I'm like, you can tell they're talking. I just can't understand what they're saying.
Oh, because I have no problem with any of it.
Anyway.
I thought the sound mix was perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so this movie was 2 hours and 45 minutes. Considering Steve McQueen only shows up 43 minutes into it, when the fire actually breaks out, they could have easily cut 45 minutes to an hour from this film. It was too long.
There's a lot of details.
Luckily, my bladder held out, and I didn't have to take a bathroom break. So Paul Newman and Steve McQueen, and William Holden and Faye Dunaway, and Fred Astaire, Robert Wagner, and Robert Vaughn, and Richard Chamberlain,
Yeah, Richard Chamberlain.
and Dabney Coleman, and the guy from Barney Miller.
Yeah.
Wait, is that O.J. Simpson? This was like a 70s Ocean's 11 with a big-ass fire instead of a casino heist.
Yep.
True, some of these guys were in the later part of their careers. Once all the hanky-panky, which you talked about, between the characters was over, they were like sleeping with each other the whole first hour. And we got to the actual Inferno. This was actually a fairly entertaining film. I could see the appeal of it. Plus, you gotta dig those crazy threads, man.
Totally.
I mean, they even had a Brady Bunch kid in the
Yeah,
movie.
that's right. Bobby Brady was in this.
Right. When was that? Is that the 60s? I thought that was the 70s.
70s.
It was the
Yeah, because he
70s.
looks a lot older in this one than he does in the actual
Well, he was
Brady Bunch.
probably the Brady Bunch was first.
I don't know. Anyway, I admit I actually enjoyed this film. If it wasn't almost 3 hours long with a lot of unnecessary character development, it might have made it to a Mondo. It's still good enough for a meh. And
Nice.
now I've seen it.
Very
Thanks, Jim.
Sure have.
Yeah, there's a lot of in this movie that was unintentionally entertaining. Although, but then I'm like, well, maybe it actually does make sense because I'm like, well, they were cutting costs and everything to build this thing, so maybe they did use like glass that was like just paper thin.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
just walk through. And it doesn't
That
matter if
high
it's
up.
on a railing or if it's actual glass on the side of the building.
totally.
All it takes is a stiff breeze and it just shatters.
Yeah, you get within 2 feet of it, and
That's
and
probably
you go
what
upward.
Sometimes it breaks before you get to it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's which happened on more than one occasion.
Yes.
They didn't quite get to the glass. It breaks and then they went through. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. It's kind of weird because there's a strange mixture of like that looks pretty impressive and not just for its time. It just looks pretty
Yeah.
impressive. And then there's like
Well, CGI.
you guys. I guess you're running over budget because you needed to shoot that one again, but they didn't. And that's the whole thing. This whole movie is the spectacle. I mean, it's the story's whatever. I mean, it's all about
was
the
a soap
burning
opera.
building.
It was a soap opera.
It's all about the burning building, and that's what you had to get right. And they got a lot of it right, but I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to rage about this or not.
How could you rage about
2 hours and
this?
45 minutes is how I can rage about it. There is absolutely no reason
Hey,
to be
remember
that
when
long.
you got me to watch Hello Dolly?
Hello, Dolly. As opposed to Dolly, which was awesome.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I don't know. Everybody, what do you do with this movie? It wasn't. There were entertaining bits.
There's
I'm
entertaining
not
bits.
unhappy that I watched
There
it.
you go. It's a meh.
It's a meh. But good God, the scene where he's running through the fire, just running into crap.
Oh my
That
god,
was
that was the
What
greatest.
did he? They told him what was the line before? Like he was like a champion 100-yard dasher or something. And
Yeah,
then
no,
he
his
goes-
line was,
then he
"I
go-
did the 100."
Then he goes
I
to
just
run
love that they
through.
both died. She ended up dying the same way.
Without pants.
Yeah, without pants. I'm like, can you put some pants on already?
I tell you. All right. Yeah.
Pantsless death.
We'll give it a generous meh.
All right.
Then there was the whole Richard Chamberlain. And it's like,
Yeah.
he's this sleazebag. You're waiting for him to die. Then he does something else sleazy, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, that was kind of satisfying.
Yeah, it was like, if you're gonna kill somebody, that's the way to do it.
That's right.
All right, let's see what Madam Spinstrella, Spinorama
Spinnerella.
brings us today. We will be watching
Yes.
a Bryce movie.
Oh, good. It'll be good
I
then.
think it's Bryce. Hellbound Hellraiser 2.
Definitely not mine.
I guess
It's
it
not
could
a-
be
it's
mine.
not
I
a-
remember it being awesome.
It's not a
There you
teenage
go.
romp.
No.
You got some people with no skin walking around having sexy time. I mean, what else do you want?
Yeah, it
Sounds
sounds like your
like-
kind of movie.
You know what? I'm kind of excited right now just thinking
There you
about
go.
it.
Yeah. You got some awesome bondage going on in that movie.
You know what? I'm sold.
Can't wait.
I remember liking this one better than the first one, if my memory
Oh,
serves me
this one's
correctly.
so much better than the first one.
It's a horror movie. I'm already raging about it.
Right? Totes. All right. Well, whew, what a week, people. Thanks, Ragers, for listening. Thanks to the extended Film Rage family who you can find in our show notes. Thanks to Casey from The Nerdy Photographer for the voice of Rager Dare, God of Rage, and the voice of Film Rage's Totally Retro Nostalgia Recall Flashback. Find us and The Nerdy Photographer everywhere you stream. Especially find The Nerdy Photographer because, you know, he's the bestest. Find us on social media everywhere at Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageyyc.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic. We're also going to make this a raging blast for all listeners, so please comment, like, subscribe. Send us emails to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare us to see terrible movies to fuel our rage. But no matter what you do, please, 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 please make us rage. That's it for this week. Rage on!
Rage on.